From day one to opening night, we have round about 6 weeks, which includes 4 weeks in the rehearsal studio.
There's a strange exhilaration in such total detestation.
And then we move to the theatre, and then we have 1.5 to 2 weeks technical process, start the dress rehearsals, and then going into preview. So around 6 weeks. It's very tight, but this is a well-oiled machine, Wicked, 20 years down the track. And fortunately for us, we have a lot of the same crew, the technical directors. We have a lot of the Australian team is the same team that we worked on since when I came on the show in 2011. Absolutely. I think one of the great things that Lisa said yesterday was because it's the 20th anniversary and because, you know, there is so much YouTube out there now of practically everybody that's ever played any role, we have the fantastic opportunity to create a new company from scratch, from the ground up. Half of these kids that are in our company were 2 and 3 when it started all of those years ago. So yes, she is absolutely embracing the fact that what they bring as their own characteristics, yes, it has to stay in the mould of the show, but you know, they're different. We don't want copycats. We don't want any of that. You know when an actor is performance ready, when you start to see a flow, a comfort and an ease in scenes and songs, when the cogs in their head aren't overworking and it's becoming part of them. I think that's when you realise that everything, all of a sudden they've embodied the character. As far as a company being performance ready, there's 2 things that happen in a major musical, I always find. We get to the end of rehearsals in the studio where we're doing runs of the show. And so everything's meshing beautifully, but they haven't been on the stage yet. They haven't had their costumes, their wigs, their sound. They haven't had to start dealing with all of those elements. So we go out of the studio, so excited, fabulous. We get on the stage and it's like, oh my God, then we have to do all of this again too. We have to sort of put those next layers on and then they build up. But because they're so solid when we leave the studio, it's a great launching pad for them then to deal with the next part. So some of the technical terms that we use, particularly from a direction point of view, in musical theatre and I guess plays as well, when we're talking to the actors on stage and we want to move them somewhere, we're looking at them. You can say to them, can you go over to move 1 number over stage right, which is their right. If you're looking at it from an audience point of view, it's our left. But on the stage, it's stage right or stage left. When I started in the industry 51 years ago, the terms used to be called prompt and OP, P and OP. We've become more, I think globally now, it's more stage right, stage left, downstage. If you ask someone to come downstage, you're asking them to move closer to the audience. If you want them to move upstage, likewise, you see they're moving back closer to the set or the backdrop or whatever. There are warnings and time frames for an actor to prepare and be ready before a performance. The Elphaba in our show will be in like a really good hour plus before the hour call because she has so much preparation as far as her makeup is concerned. But basically at the hour call, the company are called on stage for a physical and vocal warm-up. That can go around 20 minutes. Then if the director or the choreographer or the musical director have notes that they want to give out or little things that they need to touch up on, for those next 10 minutes, we can utilise that time. Sometimes we can go to the actor's room and give them their notes. Come the half-hour call, 30 minutes before performance, it's actors and performers' time to finally prepare for the performance and also just to get themselves in the world of Wicked or in the world of whatever show they're doing. It's their creative preparation time. The other preparations that they do, I think round about the 10 minute to 5 minute call, the company are called to the prompt side of the stage where the sound desk is set up and they all have to go through their mic checks. Before the hour call, the actual sound department are doing all of their sound checks. Sometimes a mic will go down. A lot of the principals wear 2 mics in case one goes down so that they can pick up on the second one. Reasons for them going down: if they're sweating a lot, sometimes that can get into the mic and cut it off, or it shifts in their wig caps and gets muffled by hair or things like that. So it's always a backup to have 2 mics, particularly for the principals. Once the mic checks are done, we're on.